Okay, YouTube, I'm back again, and this is a review of the Lifetime Shed. That's what it's called. It's called a Lifetime Shed, and I bought it from Lowe's. And me and the wife, we put it together, and it took about 5.5, 6 hours, maybe 7. I don't know. It took a long time. For folks that are used to this type of thing, used to building these things every day, then it might take a lot less. But for the average homeowner and his wife, between 5.5 to maybe 7 hours. This Lifetime Shed is built on top of a concrete foundation, concrete slab. I had professional concrete contractors come in and do it. And the reason being, if you would want to build this Lifetime Shed, if you don't have a level surface, then forget about it. Don't even attempt it. Whether it's concrete or even a wood base. Again, have a flat surface. But again, it's a very good shed. It's built basically out of some type of composite material, maybe rubber or plastic or something like that. But overall, it looks pretty good from the outside. It looks pretty good. My shed is 10 by 10, 10 by 10, and the concrete slab, as you can see, I kind of had it built, obviously over the dimensions of 10 by 10 with a slope, so that I can put in my my lawnmower and maybe even some other wheeled engines and so forth. But anyway, it's a pretty good shed. Pretty good shed. I still have to anchor it down. Now, this is what it looks like on the inside when it's all together. As you can see, there's trusses. I got a couple of skylights. These metal trusses are here that kind of brace it. You also have, these bars that go across to help brace it. It comes with a shelf that you can put up. The floor, there's one of these Lifetime floors that you can, put together. I got some shelving in the corner. I also have this little, like a tool cradle. And it also comes with a little small pegboard. Comes with shatterproof windows. They kind of, slide up and down. But they're basically plexiglass, but they work. You get 2 of them, and if you're not careful, you can't really slide it all the way up because it slides up with this little screw here. But it'll work because I'm going to keep it down anyway. And when I'm in here, I'll just probably take them out, because it can get hot. And let's see, it has 2 gables, one in the back and one in the front. This is the left door, and it has these deadbolts at the top and the bottom that lock into place, and the has this locking mechanism here that you have to put together. All in all, was it a simple task? Not really, but you definitely have, when you get one of these things, if you were very handy, the temptation is to go ahead and put it together, because if you're handy with tools, the tools, they kind of, or the pieces, they kind of look like they go in this place and that. There's some rationale to it. However, avoid that temptation, okay? Avoid the temptation of just going together and forgetting, don't read the instructions and, put it together. Don't do that. Read the instructions, okay? And look at the instructions and go with it step by step. Now, when you put it together, you're going to need a drill and a screwdriver, similar to this, because this thing has some torque settings. And what you do is you have to set it to the lowest setting. And when these cordless drills, believe me, they come in handy. However, they can be a crutch, and they can kind of hurt you too, because sometimes even with the lowest setting, you can over torque some screws and strip them. So be careful with that. These are the instructions. Basically it says that this is the owner's manual. But it basically it's the instruction manual. But read it, okay? Read it. I encourage you to read it. But anyway, all in all, it came together pretty well. It's pretty stable and, it's structurally sound. And I like it. I really do. I think it was an investment that was well spent. Now, the reason why I went with the lifetime shed as opposed to any of the other sheds, like for instance the metal shed or the wooden shed, is because I don't like to paint. Okay, with this lifetime shed, I will never have to paint it. It won't wear out. It's UV or ultraviolet ray resistant from the sunlight, and this thing should last. Okay, from the life of my home. So, and I still have to, I'm going to have to anchor it down, just, make sure that, these high winds that come through won't blow it over. But basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to bolt it to the concrete, okay, when I get a chance. But for right now, it turned out really, really well. Turned out really, 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 really well. The lifetime sheds, if you're going to get one of these, I recommend the lifetime sheds. There's some videos that are on YouTube that tell you about the lifetime shed and even give you some tips and tricks to help you put it together. And I actually use those tips and tricks to put it together. And but don't depend on them. Don't depend on them. But they're good tips and tricks. But anyway, this is what it looks like on the outside. And as I said, put it on a concrete foundation. That's what I recommend. And all in all, now I have an equipment shed. Okay, YouTube, take care.